Welcome back. South Sudan Parliament has approved change to the 2018 reply peace agreement. This change could have a major impact on the country preparation for the election scheduled for December 2026. Supporters say the amendment remove delays and make it possible to hold election on time. Critics argue that changing the peace agreement before completing key reform could create new legal and political questions. Well, let's take a closer look at what happened. According to the information, Parliament approved the amendment. On July 1, members of the National Legislature voted to amend part of the 2018 peace agreement. The main change focused on two important requirements that had been expected before national elections. The first was conducting a national population census. The second was completing a permanent constitution for the country. Under the amendment approved by Parliament, both of these tasks will now take place after the election instead of before them. Permanent constitution making, population census, these two important parts that are required to be completed before the election. Now, members of Parliament approve that these two tasks will now take place after the election instead of before them. This is one of the biggest political decisions made since the peace agreement was signed in 2018. The decision immediately sparked debate among political leaders, legal experts, and members of the public. Why was the census removed? A population census is used to collect information about the country people. It helps government know how many citizens live in different areas, where services are needed, and how resources can be planned. In many countries, census information also played an important role in electoral planning. According to supporters of the amendment, carrying out a nationwide census before December would take too much time. It would take too much time. They argue that organizing such a large national exercise requires significant funding, trained staff, transportation, and security. Because time is limited, they believe postponing the census make it more realistic to organize election this year. Let's look at the constitution-making process. The second major change involved the permanent constitution. A constitution is the highest law of a country. It explains how government institutions work, defines the power of leaders, and it protects the right of citizens. The 2018 peace agreement originally expected the constitution-making process to be completed before election happened. However, under government of Salva Kiir Mayardit, and Parliament has now decided that the elected government will finish that work after the vote. They will finish all this task after the vote. Supporters argue that this will prevent further delays. Opponents believe a permanent constitution would provide a stronger legal foundation before citizens go to the poll. Members who support the amendment argue that South Sudan has already postponed elections several times, according, Parliament reasoning. They say that the country cannot continue delaying the democratic process forever. According to them, removing these two requirements allow election institutions to focus on the remaining preparation. These include voter registration, voter education, printing election materials, training election officials, and organizing polling stations across the country. Supporters believe these activities can still be completed before December if enough resources are provided. Following the parliamentary vote, officials explained that removing the census and constitution requirement would speed up election preparation. They argued that these two processes would have required many more months, possibly more than a year. Without those requirements, election institutions can concentrate on the practical work needed before voting day. Supporters said this gives South Sudan a better chance of holding its free or its first national election since independence. For many citizens, participating in national election would be an important step in the country's democratic journey. Let's look at the security remain. The security remain an important question. Although Parliament removed two major requirements, another issue continued to receive attention. That issue is security. Many parts of the peace agreement focus on security reform. These include training unified force, integrating different army groups, and creating professional national security institutions. Government officials have argued that security preparations are continuing and should not prevent election from taking place. They describe security reform as an ongoing process that can continue alongside election preparation. However, not everyone agrees with this view. Several opposition lawmakers question whether the amendment follow the proper legal procedures. They argue that changing the peace agreement should involve more than a parliamentary vote. According to the opposition, amendment should first be discussed among the political parties that signed the peace agreement, and that include SPLIO and other political parties. After that, they believe the proposal should move through the other institution established under the agreement before reaching Parliament for final approval. These lawmakers say following every legal step is important because the peace agreement remains the country's main roadmap toward lasting peace. Their concern is not only about the changes themselves, but also about the process used to make those changes. The debate showed that South Sudan political leaders do not all share the same vision for the way forward. One group believes elections should move ahead this year even if some part of the peace agreement are still unfinished. Another group believes completing key reform first will create a stronger condition for peaceful and credible elections. Both sides say they want peace and stability. The disagreement is mainly about how best to achieve those goals. This difference of opinion has become one of the biggest political discussions in the country. So, why these changes matter? The amendment affect more than just legal document. They shape how the election process will move forward over the coming month. Election officials now face the task of preparing millions of eligible voters for registration and voting with a limited period. Political parties will also begin organizing campaigns, selecting candidates, and preparing their supporters. For ordinary citizens, these decisions may influence how they view the election process and whether they have confidence in the institution responsible for organizing it. Let's look at international attention. South Sudan peace process has received support from regional and international partners for many years. Well, because of that, decisions affect the peace agreement are often watched closely by neighboring countries, regional organizations, and international partners. Many observers continue to encourage dialogue among South Sudanese leaders. Their common message has been that political disagreement should be resolved peacefully through discussion rather than confrontation. Many also continue to express hope that the country can move toward lasting peace, stability, and democratic governance. Although Parliament has now approved this amendment, many important questions remain unanswered. Will election preparation move quickly enough? Will all political parties agree to participate? Will security improvement continue across the country? Can political differences be managed peacefully during the campaign period? The answer to this question will become clearer as December approaches. One thing is certain: the month ahead will be some of the most important in South Sudan political story. Well, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching, and let's meet on the next video.